भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
भूमिर्
Bhumir
आपो
Apo
नलो
Nalo
वायु
Vayu
खम
Kham
मनो
Mano
बुद्धिर्
Buddhir
eva
Eva
च
Cha
अहंकारा
Ahankara
इतियम्
Idiyam
मे
Me
भिन्ना
Vinna
प्रकृतिर्
Prakriti
अष्टधा
Ashtada
भूमिरापो नलो वायु
Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu
खम मनो बुद्धिरेव च
Khamano Buddhireva Cha
अहंकार इतियं मे
Ahankara Idiyam Me
भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा
Vinna Prakriti Ashtada
भूमिरापो नलो वायु
Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu
खम मनो बुद्धिरेव च
Khamano Buddhireva Cha
अहंकार इतियं मे
Ahankara Idiyam Me
भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा
Vinna Prakriti Ashtada
भूमिरापो नलो वायु
Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu
खं मनो बुद्धिरेव च
Khamano Buddhireva Cha
अहंकार इतियं मे
Ahankara Idiyam Me
भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा
Vinna Prakriti Ashtada
भूमि
Bhumi
earth
Earth
आपः
Apa
water
Water
अनलः
Anaha
fire
Fire
Is it
वायु
necessary?
Vayu
air
Air
kham
Kham
ether
Ether
manaha
Manaha
mind
Mind
buddhi
Buddhi
intelligence
Intelligence
eva
Eva
certainly
Certainly
cha
Cha
and
And
ahankaraha
Ahankara
false ego
False ego
iti
Iti
thus
Thus
yam
Yam
all these
All these
me
My
my bhinna
Bhinna
separated
Separated
prakriti
Prakriti
energies
Energies
ashtadha
Ashtada
total 8
Total 8
translation earth water fire air ether mind intelligence and false ego altogether these 8 comprise my separated material energies.
भूमिरापनलो वायु खंगमनो बुद्धिरेव अहंकार इति यंग में भिन्ना प्रकृति रस्तदा. Prakriti means energy. So, because we are in the material world, our material science is simply studying the material energy of Krishna. Physical, chemical, light, sound, these are the subject matter of the scientists to understand, but they do not know where from these material elements come. In the Srimad Bhagavatam or in the Vedic literature, it is said that the material energy came out of the breathing of the Supreme Lord Mahavishnu. Jasyaika nishasita kalamathavalamba jivanti loma vilaja jagadannanatha Vishnur mahan sahiya jasya kala vishesho govindamadi purisam tamah. The material energy is coming through the breathing of Mahavishnu, who is lying down in the Karana causal ocean. So, from the breathing, there is sound. From the ether, the sound comes. This is scientific. And from the sound, the air comes, the fire comes, then water comes, then the earth comes. The earth is the last gross element in the material science. Therefore Krishna says, this earth, Bhumi, earth has come out of water, Apo. And from Apo, water has come, Anala, fire. Where from fire has come? From air. Where the air has come? Ether, sky. Where from the ether has come? False ego. Then where from it has come? Mind. Where from it has come? Intelligence. And where from it has come? From the soul. This is the scientific study. But they do not know background of the soul. They are thinking there was a chunk and there was something. Perhaps it may be. No definite knowledge. But here you can take the definite knowledge, where from these material elements come. This Krishna is the Supreme Soul. So, from the Supreme Soul, all these material elements have come. Just like your body, where from it has come? It has come from the soul. In the Shastra, it is said, Karmana daivanetrena jantur deha upapatti. Jantu means living entity. Janvar, jantu. So jantur deha upapatti. There, the atheist theory, that combination of matter makes a situation when living symptoms come out. Combination of matter. That is the present chemical theory, chemical evolution. There are so many theories based on Darwin's theory, chemical evolution. Recently, when I was in Los Angeles, one German scientist came there. He has written one book, Chemical Evolution, and he has got Nobel Prize. Now he is touring for lecturing on his theory. So in the California University, there is our student, Dr. Sarup Damodar. He is my disciple. He is doctor in chemistry. So, when this German chemist was lecturing, theorizing that life has come from chemical, so he put the question, that suppose if I give you these chemicals, whether you can prepare a life. He answered in the meeting, that I cannot say. That means he is not certain. Still he is theorizing that from chemical life has come. No. From chemical life has not come, from life chemical has come. This is real theory. So these things are discussed very broadly in our American centers. So, we stick to the point that life does not come from chemical, but chemical comes from life. So I gave one crude example. Just like a tree, it is also life because there are different forms of life, 8,400,000 forms of life. So, a tree also, another form of life. One who knows what is the condition of life, Pandita, learned, Samadarshina, Vidya Vinaya Sampanni, Brahmani, Gavihastini, Suniche cha Sapaki cha Pandita Samadarshina. Pandita who knows what is what, he is Samadarshi, equiposed. He knows that the substance within the tree or substance with the dog or substance with the human being or substance within the Brahmin or a Sudra or a dog or a Chandala, the soul is the same. Therefore, he sees everyone Samadarshina. Pandita Samadarshina. He does not distinguish between man and animal or tree because he knows that the living force is the same. Spiritual quality, that is the fragmental portion of the Supreme Soul, Krishna. So we can understand, if we are little sober, how material things come out. Now, we understand from Shastra that after sex between man and woman, the matter is emulsified and creates a situation wherein the living entity takes shelter. Karmana daivanetren. So, living entity, every one of us, dehantaram prapti, we shall get another body. So, what kind of body we shall get, that is karmana daivanetrena. That will be judged by higher authorities according to our karma. If we have done work like human being, then further promotion will be given. Urdham gachanti sattvasva, madhye tishtanti rajasa, jaganna ginavuttistha adho gachanti tamasa. There are three qualities of the material nature. One who is associating with the modes of goodness, they are being promoted to the higher planetary system. Those who are associating with the modes of passion, they will remain within this middle planetary system. And jaganna gunavrittistha, those who are most abominable, acting most abominably, jaganna guna adho gachanti, this is confirmation. Adho gachanti goes down to the animal kingdom, to the beasts, birds, reptiles, snakes, so many things. There are 8 million forms. So it is daivena, daiva netrena. Netrena means by supervision. Background of the supervision is Krishna. Mayadhakshena prakriti suyati cha saracharam. They are absolute. In the Bhagwat, in another place it is said that upodrashta anumanta, the super soul, soul and super soul. There are two souls, the supreme soul and the subordinate soul within the body. So, what we are doing, subordinate soul, the Supreme Soul or the Super Soul, who is also sitting with me within the heart. He is Upadrashta Anumanta. He is simply seeing. And Anumanta means without his sanction, we cannot do anything. Sarvasya chahang ridisannivishta. Everyone has got experience. When you want to do something wrong, there is conscience. Don't do it. No, let me do. There is struggle. So this is the struggle between the soul and the super soul. But when you are persistent that I must do it, then the super soul orders, all right, you can do at your own risk. That is called karma phala. We have become subjected to the resultant action of our karma. That is called karmana, by the activities, daivanetrena, by the superior authorities, superintendents, daivanetrena, jantar deha. The living entity gets a type of body. What is this body? The five elements, bhumi, rapa, anala, vayu, khanga, mana, buddhi, revacha. 8 elements. Earth, water, fire, air, and sky, the mind, intelligence, and ego. Ego, false ego. The false ego is that I am this body. Ahankar. I am American. I am Indian. I am Hindu. I am Muslim. These are all false ahankar. Neither I am Hindu, nor Muslim, nor Christian, nor American, nor Indian. I am living entity. Mamaimangsha jiva bhuta jiva loke sanatana manasasthani indriyani pragitisthani karsati. Krishna says that all these living entities, they are my part and parcel. But they are struggling hard against these material laws. Mana sasthani indriyani prakitisthani karsati. By mental concoction, he is creating a situation and he is getting that type of body. Otherwise, why there are so many varieties of body? These are the creation of our mental concoction. I shall do that, I shall do that, I shall do this, I shall do this. So, this is daivanetrena, he gets. Daivanetrena by superior. Just like a child insists upon doing something. The father says, all right, do it. I don't. He says, don't do it. But he persists. I must do. All right, do it. There are many examples. So, there is soul and there is the gross material body and there is the subtle material body. The soul is the basic principle. But to get a body, as I have already explained, the secretion discharged by the father and the mother, they mix up, they are emulsified and forms in the body of a pea. And the soul comes through the seminar of the father and is situated there. Then the body develops. Now, just try to understand, because the spirit soul is there, therefore matter is developed. If the soul is not there, if the child is dead, no more development. No more development. No dead child develops body. Everyone knows. Therefore, these material elements come from the spirit soul, not that spirit soul comes from the material elements. This is wrong theory. If it comes from the material combination, that why can you produce a living entity in the laboratory? In the laboratory? No, that is not. A material, because material creation is there, because I wanted such a circumstances, atmosphere. And Anubanta, the Supreme Lord, He is the Supreme Sanction Giver. He gives me opportunity to enter into a certain type of mother's body, and the material grows. So the actual fact is, from spirit soul, the energy, material energy comes out. Take for example that I was giving, that chemicals. Now take one lemon tree. It is a living entity, and it is producing at least hundreds of pounds of citric acid. Lemon, everyone knows. You take 50 lemons today, again take 50 lemons, and if you extract the lemon, you will find extensive quantity of citric acid. So where from the citric acid chemical comes? Because the living entity is there in the tree. Therefore the conclusion should be, the chemicals come from life. Life does not come from chemical. If life comes from chemical, then you produce. I give you the chemicals, whatever chemicals you want. So chemical is produced. Just like you have got experience. When there is perspiration, they taste the perspiration, there is salt. Where from the salt comes? Salt is, what is the chemical name? Sodium carbonate? No? Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. So sodium chloride, where from it comes? It comes from your body, and your body comes from the soul. Therefore the original cause of sodium chloride is the soul. So as you can analyze, a little quantity of chemicals from your body, from tree's body, from any body. So you just imagine the unlimited body, gigantic body of Krishna, Virat Purusha, how much chemical it can produce. Therefore, don't take it that this is all imagination. Krishna says, Bhumirapano vayu khangamano buddhirivacha ahankara ityang me bhinna prakriti astadha. These 8 kinds of materials, gross and subtle, they are my energy. It is coming from Krishna. Krishna is not talking any nonsense, he is not bluffing you. At least those who are advanced, why you are reading Bhagavad Gita? Because it is authoritative. Krishna is speaking. That is fact. The most exalted authority. We have to take knowledge from the authority. We cannot manufacture knowledge. That is imperfect knowledge. Because our senses are imperfect. We have got 4 deficiencies. We commit mistake. We become illusion. We commit mistake, everyone knows. I have several times talked that even a personality like Gandhi, he committed so many mistakes. So long you are conditioned by the material nature, you must commit mistake. There is no escape. Similarly, we are illusion. Illusion means we accept something for something. Just like you are accepting this body. I am American, I am Indian. But I am neither American nor Indian. I am spirit soul. This is called illusion. Brahm Praman, Vipralipsa. Vipralipsa. means the propensity for cheating others. I do not know exactly what is the cause of life. Still I am theorizing in so many ways. And when I am challenged by other person, can you produce with chemical life? That I cannot say. Then why you are talking nonsense? This is cheating. If you are actually in knowledge that from chemical life can be produced, then you produce it. I give you chemicals. But when you cannot do, why you are cheating people? But this cheating propensity is there. One is a nonsense number one, but he speaks. A devil side scripture. That we do not accept. Our Krishna consciousness movement does not accept the scripture cited by the devil. Therefore we have accepted Krishna, Sarva Karana Karana. Whatever he says, we accept. We are not perfect. Our senses are not perfect. We are full number one. But the knowledge which we accept, that is perfect. That is Krishna consciousness. Therefore whatever we speak, we do not speak anything which Krishna does not speak. That is our quality. I have several times, I was eulogized by many persons. I mean, you have done wonderful. So I say that I am not a wonderful man. I simply follow Krishna. What Krishna says, I repeat, like parrot. That's all. I have no knowledge. But Krishna says that this is this, I accept it. And then that we shall be benefited. Just like a child, if he accepts the instruction of the parents, he gets knowledge. Parent will not cheat. If a child does not know a small watch, he asks, Father, what is it? Father can explain, my dear child, this is called watch, you can see time, what is the time now. That is perfect knowledge. So that knowledge is perfect. Therefore, in the beginning of this chapter, in the fourth chapter, we say, Evang parampara praptam imang rajarisayo vidu. If we get knowledge by the pure parampara system, pure disciplic succession, that knowledge is perfect. Then our life is perfect. And if we want to try to expound knowledge by our limited power, that is imperfect knowledge. That knowledge is not perfect. That is concoction. If you want to take perfect knowledge, then you must get from the authorities. Evang parampara. That is Vedic knowledge. Tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva vigacchit samit prani srutriyam brahmanishtam. One must go to the Guru. And who is Guru? Guru, srutriyam brahmanishtam, one who has heard from the parampara system and has become completely convinced in the understanding of Brahma. So, so this is the process. This bhumirapa, this material, it is not a fact. People are so much attached to this material world. That is called ignorance. Mudha, they are called mudha. Maya, aparita jnana. Their knowledge has been taken away. These things will be explained in the later verses. That do not try to take knowledge from imperfect person. Take knowledge from the perfect person, perfect Supreme Personality, who is perfect. God is perfect, and who carries the word of God, he is perfect. This is the definition of perfection. So Krishna says, Bhumi rapanalo vayu. Matter is produced by Krishna's energy. It is not automatically produced. Just like I have given the example, that this body, this material gross body, is produced out of the soul which is put into the womb of the mother by the seminar of the father. These descriptions are there in the third canto of Srimad Bhagwatam, very nicely. You consult. So, that knowledge is perfect. Because experimentally, science means observation and experiment. If you are observing something, then you must experiment. Jnanam vijnanam. In the previous verses, we have already studied that jnanam teham sabhijnanam. Jnanam teham sabhijnanam. Theoretical knowledge, that is observation. And sabhijnanam means experiment. If you say, if you have observed that life is produced of chemicals, then make experiment. Then it is science. Other it is hodgepodge. It has no meaning. Life is never produced of matter. Matter is produced out of life. This is the... Therefore, we are fragmental matter, life. We living entity, small portion, very small portion. That is also given in the Shastras. Kesagra satovhagasya satodha kalpitasya. 1/10,000 part of the top of the hair. That is the magnitude of soul. Kesagra satovhagasya satodha kalpitasya. Jiva bhaga savijña. So anantaya kalpate. That jiva, ananta, unlimited. That is our magnitude. They cannot find out 1/10,000 part of the upper portion of the hair. There is no machine, no microscope. Therefore, these foolish people, because they cannot see the dimension, length and breadth of the soul, they say the soul is nirakar. It is not nirakar. It has akar, but you cannot see with the blunt eyes. Then how can I understand? Srotriyam brahmanishtam tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva vigatsi. You have to learn by hearing. There is no other process. The Vedas says, the Shastra says, this is the magnitude of the soul, you have to take it. Then you will understand. Otherwise, by so-called experiment, you have neither instrument nor facility to find out. The first-class medical man or physiologist, find out where is the soul in this body. But they cannot. They have no such power. But there is something which, being absent, the body is dead. That is a fact. That is a fact. Tatha dehantaram prapti. Because that soul has gone out of this body, therefore the body is now dead. Tatha dehantaram. Therefore it is authority. What is the distinction between dead man and living man? That you have to understand. You cannot make experiment why the body is dead. But you can understand when you touch Bhagwat Geeta. Bhagwat Geeta says, Dehinasmin jatha dehi kaumaro jauvanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhiras tattvanavayati. Dhira, those who are actually learned, sober, he is not agitated by the death of a man, because he knows that the soul has now changed this body to another body, just like he was changing from child's body to baby's body to boy's body to youth's body, from youth to old man's body. Now from this old man's body, now the body cannot be used. Vasangsi jirnani jatha vyahaya. Just like old garments, we give up and take another garment. Similarly, so long we are in the material world, we accept another material body. This is called transmigration of soul, death and birth. But when you are liberated from this conditioned life, you are fit for going to the spiritual world in your spiritual body. That is perfection of Taktadehang punarjanma naiti mameti. That is wanted. That is wanted. You give up this body, don't accept any more any material body, either Indra's body, or Brahma's body, or the body of the worm of the stool. You can have any body according to your mentality. Jang jang bapi smaranam bhavang tajatanti kalevaram. Your body you are making now. So at the time of death, the condition of your mind will transfer you with mind, intelligence, subtle body. They are seeing that this gross body is finished, but they cannot see that there is another body which is made of mind, intelligence and ego. That is called subtle body. That will be explained next part. So, this knowledge. So people are simply mad after this material enjoyment. He does not know that this material body is temporary. It is for a certain years only. But you are eternal. Just try to understand what is your eternal business. Why you are so much mad after this temporary business. That is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Nunang pramatta kurute vikarma jadindriya pritaya aprinoti. Nasadu manne jataya atmanoyam asarnapi klesadaya sadeha. Klesada. This material body is klesada. Klesada means always giving us trouble. Always giving. Klesada asada. So one should always remember that I have got this material body which is suffering, heat, cold, matra, sukha, dukkha, happiness, distress. Why? Because this material body. Matra sparsasya kontiya, shitosna sukha dukkhada, agama paina anitya tang titikhasya bharat. So long you have this material body, bhumi rapanala vayu khanguno, then material world means suffering. You cannot avoid suffering, but the endeavor is how to get out of suffering. That is called struggle for existence. So you cannot get out of it so long you do not stop acceptance of another material body. That is called real liberation. No more accepting material body. Therefore Bhagwat says, this madman, nunang pramatta. Pramatta, matta means mad, and pra means prakishta rupena, sufficiently mad. Nunang pramatta kurute vikarma. There are karma, vikarma and akarma. So one should know. Vikarma means criminal activities. Just like so many people are acting criminally simply to get money, as if money will save him. If he acts criminally, simply sinful activities, and by such he is punished to get another body which is sinful, papajoni, then what is his money will save him? No, that cannot save. Just like if you have become criminal and you are arrested by the state, suppose you are millionaires, your money will save you. No, that is not safe. But they for money, they are doing all sorts of sinful activities. Nunang pramatta kurute vikarma. Jadin, why they are doing? Jadindriya prita, simply for sense gratification. That's all. Only benefit is sense gratification. Jadindriya prita e aprinoti. Therefore, this of the nasadhumana, don't do this. It is not good. Why not good? Nasadhumana. Jato atmanayam asannapi. You have got this material body suffering, although it is temporary, but you have got this. So don't do this. Don't do anything that you get another material body. That is perfection of life. That is Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much.